to name the superheroes that are provided in images. And unfortunately, you can't see it, but I have 5 minutes to do this. All right, let's go. This one's easy. Next, that was Deadpool. Green Lantern, easy. I don't know much of superheroes, so like this is gonna be either great or terrible. Nope, that's not it. I don't know who that is. This quiz isn't the best for this. I have no idea who that is. Nope. Alright, you know where I need to do one that's like words. Okay. Let's see. Spanish K and L words. I don't know Spanish at all. Word ladder. Name. Okay, wait. Can you name the 4-letter words in this Pixar-themed word ladder? Okay, so this is a 2021. This is hard. I don't know. I'm bad with movies. So trying to figure out what this one is would be hard. We could also go for like specific quizzes too. We don't have to do like a random quiz thing as well. That's also a thing we can do too. Let's see. I'm scrolling through the list right now. Let's see. No clue crossword blitz. This sounds terrible. Word ladder. What is a word ladder? Wait, what's a... Okay. Type in answers that appear in a list. Wait, I'm not understanding what you're supposed to do for this one. So are you supposed to like, there's a clue, and then you're supposed to just figure out the word? Is that it? I'm confused by this one. I'm gonna just pick a different one. All right, let's see. Backwards typing challenge. That sounds terrible. Can you type each word correctly when given the word in reverse? This might be really stupid. We're gonna try it. Wait, there's no hints? Wait. Oh, this is like specific. Okay, never mind. We could also do like random BuzzFeed quizzes as well. Like we literally have so many options when it comes to online quizzes. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. Trying to find a word one. Oh, okay. So there's, okay, this is going to be an interesting one. Okay, so this is a math one where I have a limited amount of time and I'm supposed to answer the questions, all 25. All right, let's do this. 20 plus 2. But how do I answer these? Wait, how do I answer these? I'm confused. Do I like... Oh, you're supposed to align them in order. Oh my god, I didn't realize. Okay. You have to like drag and drop. That's so confusing. Okay. So this is 13. 3 plus 18 is 21. Quick maths. I can't see half my thing. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. This is 9. Oh, I moved that. This is 6. 4. I'm mathing right now. Hold on. 18. 8. It's so weird because like things are being moved out of the way. Kitsch. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Heatless curling set. That's a woman's curling set for hair. I don't know how much this is. See you later, hands. I'm going to watch anime. All right. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. And hope you have a good time. Bye-bye. Okay, so this one's $16, $20, $23, or $27. So it's like multiples of 4, pretty much, except for the third one. 16. Kind of cheap. I'm very surprised with how it's been recently, of how long or how outrageous the prices are. I expected it to be a lot worse, and it wasn't. So, yeah, surprising. Okay, how much are the AirPod Pro 2nd generation? Okay, so for a 2nd generation, so it's going to be even more expensive. AirPods Pro. I want to say, so it says, okay. So it's $99.99, $139.99, $187.99, or $249. I want to say it's $187.99 because usually the high end earbuds or named earbuds are usually around the $200 range. So like $180 to $200. So $187.99 seems right. Because I know I got my Samsung earbuds, the Samsung Galaxy Buds, too, for like $140. But I got them on sale for like $100. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Lily. Hello, hello. We are doing random BuzzFeed quizzes. Right now, we are trying to guess the prices on American items. At least most of the time, American items. Okay, AirPods Pro 2nd generation. I want to say 187. And they're $249? Who spends $249 on earbuds? Y'all are crazy. Thank you for liking the stream. I appreciate it. Okay, how much is a 3-wick Bath and Body Works candle when it's not on sale? That's oddly specific. Okay, so $17.99, $23.99, $31.99, or $39.95. I feel like when it's a candle, it has like a specific design for the lid, so it's probably like an expensive candle. I want to say $23.99. That's a $40 candle? What do you mean it's a $40 candle? Who spends $40 for a candle? Hello? Y'all are crazy. Okay. How much is a Carhartt knit cuffed beanie? Okay, so I definitely know the name. The name's familiar. So it's 15, 17, 20, or 25. I'm just gonna round up the cents so it's easier to say. Okay. So I know beanies are not overly expensive, but I definitely know that's a named brand that I'm aware of. Well, I want to say $16.99 because it's just a beanie. It's not like a whole ass hat or something. But I also want to say $20. I feel like 20 could also be right. And I was right. Okay, cool. I mean, that sounds right. $20 for a beanie, if it's like a name brand, that sounds kind of right. Okay, so now we're on 2 really weird ones. So that's a crazy thumbnail. Okay. Thank you, BuzzFeed. How much is a pair of UGG Taz slippers? Okay, so they're UGG, so it's a very expensive name brand, and they're slippers. $90, $110, $130, or $145. I want to say $130 immediately because UGG is a very prominent brand. Hold on. You know, with the amount of hours you sleep, you'd wonder why I'm yawning right now. And that'd be a very good question because I slept, 8.5 hours? And I feel like I'm dead tired and could fall asleep at any moment. Definitely interesting. Okay, so back to the slipper question. I want to say 130. That sounds right, and I'd be right. I feel like it's always like the in-between numbers. Like they go crazy low, crazy high, and it's one of the two in the middle. I feel like that's what it's always been, except for like ridiculously priced ones. How much is the Brat translucent black vinyl? Huh? Like a vinyl album or vinyl album? I have never bought a vinyl in my life. I don't even know the prices of vinyls. But I've vaguely started like band albums and stuff of that nature. It's usually around the $20 range, right? So what would this be? I would assume $21, right? No, if they have it all the way up to $37, there's no way. It's probably going to be 27 or 31 in this list. I'm going to say 27. I was right. Okay. So we got what? How many of these in order did we get right? So there's how many of them? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it's 22, and how many did we get right? Scrolling back up. You can probably hear my mouse getting flung. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, I get that right. So 2. Oh, we failed a lot of these. Oh, I never guessed this one. I didn't see that one. Oh, it just told me 9 out of 22. Technically it was 9 out of 21 because I just randomly clicked one for the last one. That specific vinyl is over $88 there. That's insane. It's always fun seeing like prices for recent topics because you'll go one place, that seems like a $20 item, and then in like Europe it's like $60, and you're like, huh? What do you mean 60? Oh, okay. So I found like an actual trivia question website. Okay, this is even better. Okay. So I picked science history, and it's 10 questions long. What is the study of prehistoric life forms? Paleontology. That's easy. What do the mobile phone initials SMS stand for? Is that short message service? Yeah. Which of these do not belong? Jackdaw, vulture, raven, crow. I'm assuming they're all birds of some sort. I don't know what the fuck is a jackdaw? No? I don't even know what that was supposed to be. It was vulture, apparently. Who discovers the dangers of thalidomide, but was later disgraced for falsifying research result? What the fuck even is that? Known human teratogen, and carries an extremely high risk of severe life-threatening birth defects if administered during pregnancy. Could treat and prevent a skin disease caused by leprosy. Could also be used with dexamethasone to treat multiple myeloma. I've never heard of this. Huh. So this is going to be a random guess the name. Who would be a name that would falsify research? Macmillan, isn't that the people that make those like school textbooks? I think it was McBride. McTavish or McLivy. I'll say McLivy. No. That was McBride. Which birds are not set to scream? Eagles, hawks, dove, or vultures? Okay, eagles and hawks definitely do. They make really loud noises. Vultures? I don't know. I've never heard a dove scream. Nor do I know of doves like that. So I don't think that would also be included as well. But vultures. Do vultures scream? Do they do that? I don't think I do. Huh. It was doves. I had a feeling it was doves. I'm like, I've never heard a vulture scream before. Where in the world does the Lhasa Apso hunting dog originate? Oh, I feel like I know this. Hawaii, Tibet, Siberia, or Iceland. I feel like that's Hawaii doesn't really need hunting dogs. That's not a Hawaii thing. Tibet would. Siberia and Iceland, all three of those would. Tibet, Lhasa Apso. I don't think that's a Tibet dog. That sounds like an Iceland or Siberia dog. I want to say Siberia. But Siberia is more like cold, right? Iceland is still cold, but not like as much. I could see Iceland being it. I feel like I'm between Tibet and Iceland in this. No? It was Tibet. Damn it. Which of these is not a breed of dog? Abrazenhund? I've never heard of that. Affenpinscher? Never heard of that. Akita Inu, as Inu is probably going to be in. Turkish van. What the fuck is a Turkish van? What the fuck? So these are entirely different languages. First one sounds like hound, so I'm assuming that is also one. I'm going to assume like a Spanish hound. Affenpinscher. That sounds like a German dog. Turkish van. I've never heard of a Turkish van. I was right. Let's go. What side of the brain is the logical thinking part? Turkish van's a cat. Oh, is it? I've never heard of that before. I'm kind of curious to look it up now. Turkish van. Oh, it's that type of cat. Oh, so that's the name of that cat? Huh. I never knew that. We learn something new every day. Okay, what side of the brain is the logical thinking part? From back, left, or right? It's left or right, I think. Because it's always like, oh, actually, wait, is it? So, it always says, like, people always say left or right brained. But obviously, it can't be both. Because it's a multiple choice. There's no both of them. What side would it be? I don't remember. Which is funny because I took a psychology class and we talked about this. But that class was also like 6 years ago. So I don't remember a damn thing. I kind of want to say back. Is it left? It might be left. I could try it, see what happens. Oh, you were right. It was left. You were definitely right. From which animal does cashmere wool come from? Okay, well, it's wool, which is a sheep thing. I'm assuming it's sheep. You don't really have wool on other things. It could be goat. It's between sheep and goat. It's not rabbit. It's not horse. Cashmere. I think it's not a goat, right? Sheep or goat. Well, it's either one of those two. It was goat. Damn it. Which of these is a natural human hair color? Black, purple, blue, or green? Black. That was not even a hard question. What kind of question was that? I got half right. For a random quiz, not bad. I'm taking my time on all the questions. Okay. Entertainment quiz. All right. Thank you for liking the stream. I appreciate it. Which fairy tale is the film Ever After based on? Isn't that Cinderella? Yes. Who wrote the novel Moll Flanders? Oh, I don't fucking know. Daniel Radcliffe's an actor. It's not him. Daniel Defoe, that's an actor. Daniel Day-Lewis, that's an actor. Daniel Boone? No. It was Daniel Defoe, damn it. Which James Bond baddie was famous for her poison-tipped shoes? I don't know James Bond. So it's Helga Brandt, Pussy Galore? What the fuck is a name like that? What? Hello? Rosa Klebb or Miss Taro? Miss Taro sounds like a James Bond villain. Or Helga. Now I think about it, have I ever seen a James Bond movie? It was Rosa, damn it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched a James Bond movie. No. I don't think I have. The only style of that movie I've seen is kind of like well, that specific style, I don't know. I'd have to see a list of movies that are kind of similar and then go based on that because I'm not going to remember all the movies I've seen. Who played a bounty hunter in the 1965 spaghetti western? What the hell's a spaghetti western? What the hell? What does that even mean? I've never heard of that term. What does that mean? Subgenre of westerns whose name references the circumstances and locations of their filming. A low-budget film produced by Italian directors. Hence the spaghetti connection. Oh. Okay. Huh. This is spaghetti western for a few dollars more. Jack Palance, Kirk Douglas, Montgomery Clift, or Lee Von Cleef. I don't know. One, I don't watch that many movies, and two, a western movie and a 1965 that wasn't even filmed in the US. Yeah, I have no idea. I just kind of clicked until I got the right answer. Because you can kind of click on all of them until you move on, if whatever is right. Okay, what type of music combined a tea-chest bass, a washboard, and cheap Spanish guitar? Okay, hold on. A skiffle, a shuffle, a skillwhip, or a shanty? That's not really a shanty. A skiffle? I only know what a shanty is. I don't know of any of the other ones. I want to say a skiffle or skyfle, however you want to pronounce it. That sounds right. Sure. It was right. Aha. Which one of the Spice Girls went on to record the album Schizophonic? I don't know the Spice Girls. My knowledge is very limited. Melanie C, Emma Bunton, Melanie B, Jerry Halliwell. Jerry Halliwell sounds right, and it was right. Which one is not a member of the Goodies? The fuck's the Goodies? I do not know the Spice Girls. I really don't. Oh, it's a show from 1980s. Huh. Interesting. I have no idea. I only know of Spice Girls. I do not know anything about them or anything of that history. I just guessed right. Who created the Muppets? Okay, well, obviously it's not Walt Disney, right? Jim Henson, Matt Groening, or Hanna-Barbera. I actually don't know. Who did create the Muppets? Is it Jim Henson? That sounds right. That sounds familiar. Huh. I wish I had more knowledge on entertainment because I don't know any of these besides like the first three. I want to say Jim Henson. That sounds right. It's definitely not Walt Disney. Walt Disney doesn't own the Muppets. At least I don't think they do. And before I'm wrong, and it is Walt Disney. I don't think Disney is Muppets though. I'm gonna say Jim. It was Jim. I was right. Always trust your gut. Who was the first actor to receive a posthumous Academy Award nomination for Best Actor? I feel like James Cagney, James Dean, Peter Finch, Bruce Lee. I wanted to say Bruce Lee because I already know the amount of awards he has is ridiculous, and he's been like a favorite actor for tens of years. 10, 20, 30, 40 years. It wasn't him. James Dean? It was James Dean. Damn it. What is the name of Yogi Bear's best friend? Is it a boo-boo? It is. Oh, that was it. I did better than that. I actually didn't nail the exact score that I got on the science one, which is kind of funny. Oh, no, never mind. The time and answer questions were way different. Okay. General knowledge. We can try general knowledge, see how it goes. Okay. Currently serving a jail term in the U.S. for drug trafficking, who ruled Panama in the 1980s. Alvaro Velez, Hugo Chavez, Daniel Ortega, or Manuel Noriega. Noriega? Probably pronounce it. I want to say it's Hugo, right? No. Manuel? Yeah, that was the second answer. Taper in the wind. Candle, guttering, painter, or narrowing. Taper in the wind. I don't, wait. Is that the word I think it is? Yeah. Narrowing? No. It was candle. That confused me. I was like, what am I trying to figure out here? What common flowers did William Wordsworth write a poem about? Daffodils, buttercups, daisies, or tulips? I feel like there's a specific poem for daisies, tulips, and daffodils. But it's daffodils. I vaguely remember that. Which word can mean shape or class? Form, build, create, or type? Class. Class is usually a type. So I'm gonna say what shape? What could also mean shape? Form? A form? I don't think shape could also mean type, right? No, type could. But no, it's form, right? It is form. God damn it. Which one of these famous people was born about 10 years before the other three? Michelle Obama, Russell Crowe, Nicolas Cage, or Oprah Winfrey? Okay, Nicolas Cage is old. Russell Crowe. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. We're doing random trivia quizzes right now. I don't. Who's Russell Crowe? Russell Crowe. That name sounds familiar, but I don't remember like who it is. Oh, it's that actor. Okay, never mind. I know who it is now. Michelle Obama's not that old, right? She's in her like 50s, right? That's not it. It was Oprah. I thought Oprah was a lot older. Huh. Guess I was wrong. She's younger than I thought, apparently. Interesting. I thought, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Oprah's been like popular for like 30 years, right? Like, I'm not crazy. How old is Oprah? Hold on. No, now I gotta look this up because now I feel crazy. She's 70 years old? Okay, so she is old. Older, I should say. Huh. Honestly, she looks really good for being 70. I'm not going to lie to you. That she was way younger. That she's 70 still doing what she does is kind of crazy to me. What type of animal is considered to be the smartest in the novel Animal Farm? Oh, I never read this. But why do I have a feeling? Okay, so it's sheep, pig, horse, or dog. I never read Animal Farm. You know this one? I'm between two answers. For whatever reason, I'm leaning on pig. I don't know why, but it's just like a voice in my head saying pick pig. But dogs are also very smart depending on said dog. So it could also be dog. I want to say pig first. It was pig. Aha! Have you read? I thought in my head, I'm like, out of all of these, I feel like just pig is right. Which is not a capital city. Belfast, Glasgow, Cardiff, or Dublin. Dublin's one. Belfast is one. And Glasgow, I don't know. And Cardiff, I don't know. Glasgow does sound like one, so I'm going to click Cardiff. Nope, it's Glasgow. God damn it. I always get stuck between two. And then then I'm wrong. Okay. Where is the world's highest railway? Tibet, Peru, Nepal, or Chile? Okay. So I'm thinking world's highest railway. High places. Peru, I don't think is that high in elevation. Tibet, I think is. Nepal, I also think is. And Chile, I don't think so. Huh. It even works because I don't know geography like that. Like if you told me die or like tell me on the map where these are, or you die, I die on the spot. I know like the general like continents, but that's it. You tell me to put them on the map, nope. I got US states. That's all you're gonna get from me. And maybe some like European countries. That's all you're gonna get out of me. And also South America too. But I want to say, because honestly at this point I'm going by like how rich the country is. Because I know Peru is pretty good. Nepal's pretty up there. I want to say Nepal? No, it was Tibet. It was one of the two I was thinking of. It was Tibet, I think. Capital city of which of these countries does not start with the letter C? Venezuela, Wales, Syria, and Denmark. So the problem is I don't know any of these capital cities. So, or whatever these countries in their capital cities. So I'm kind of just going off of luck at this point. General knowledge, my ass. Denmark. I don't think Denmark starts with a C. Syria might start with a C. Wales also might. Venezuela, no. I want to say Syria. It was Syria. Aha. Denmark is Copenhagen? Oh, you're right. Yep. That sounds right. Yeah. That sounds correct. In 1821, Naplio became the first country or capital of which modern country? Naplio. That sounds Italian or Greek. It sounds Italian or Greek. It was Greek. I did terrible. 3 out of 10 were right. Hell yeah. Okay. Can we refresh and get like different ones? Or is it just like you get the same questions? You just get the same questions. Okay. Oh, it's a weekly thing. Oh, okay. So it's like every week it resets. There's a beta version? Welcome on in. Hello, hello. All right. Well, didn't turn out as good as I would hope. Okay, so what's another game you could play? Daily crossword with a twist. There's picks. Guess a bones of muscle. I know I would fail that so bad. Countries of the world? No. Vocabulary quiz. See if you can tell the insults from the compliments. Hell yeah. Let's go. Timer bonus? No. Because we like to think here. What the fuck? Okay. First one. Before we went to her house, Hannah told us her aunt was a flibber tigabit. That sounds insulting. I've never heard of this word before, but it sounds funny. Sounds like an insult. I was right. It's a slightly flighty person. Huh. These are going to be like so out of their words that we're going to have to figure out. People who worked with him generally consider Deshaun a computer maven. That sounds like a compliment. That sounds like a know-it-all kind of thing, like he knows a lot. One who's experienced or knowledgeable, so I was right. Okay. During the war, Tony's grandpa earned a reputation as a quisling. Sounds like an insult. Quisling. Huh. What? I'm torn between this one. I feel like insult. Ah, that's what that is. I'm not reading that on stream. The billionaire's magnanimity was a frequent topic on social media. That sounds like an insult. That's a compliment? Loftiness is spirit enabling one to bear trouble calmly, to disdain meanness and pettiness, and to display noble generosity. Huh! I don't know that's what that word meant. Good to know. Darla thought her daughter's new boyfriend was certainly urbane. I have no idea. That was a compliment. Notably polite or polished in manner. I am learning so many new words today. Okay, I'm gonna move on now because it's very confusing. Because like I thought it was gonna be like words that I'm familiar with. No. Okay. Let me see. Irish quiz. I do not know anything about Ireland or Irish in general. Let's see. Can I like refresh to see more? Oh, there's just a see all quiz button. Okay, that's better. Okay. Commonly misspelled words, volume 2. Commonly misspelled words. I can't really do that on stream because you need to visualize it. Okay. Little words, big vocabulary. No. The dating game. Which came first? Oh, is it like a what item came first? Okay. Which came first, Mickey Mouse or Bugs Bunny? Mickey Mouse was like 100 years at this point, right? It has to be Mickey Mouse, right? It has to be Mickey Mouse. Yeah, it has to be, right? Yeah, okay. Bugs Bunny was 1940. Yep, okay. Yep. And Mickey Mouse? Oh, yeah, isn't it the whole thing where Mickey Mouse is going to be a public domain in 4 years? Or is it? Oh, no, it was already public domain, right? Or something like that? For like a brief period? Something like that. Which came first, the airplane or the light bulb? Light bulb. I don't even have to look that up. Like, that was free. Which came first, Minecraft or Fortnite? Are you serious? Steamboat Willie is already... Yeah, Steamboat Willie is public domain. Okay, hold on. Mickey Mouse public... Yeah, because that became public domain like last year, I think. The earliest versions of Mickey and Minnie Mouse entered the public domain on January 1st, 2024. Sounds right. All right, good news. All right, but yeah, which came first, Minecraft or Fortnite? I don't even have to answer this. It's Minecraft. That's free. Which came first, Vincent van Gogh or Pablo Picasso? Pablo Picasso was in the 1900s, right? I don't know artists like that. I think it was Vincent van Gogh, right? Yeah, 1853. Pablo Picasso was 18 to 19. Okay, yep. Which came first, Clue or Monopoly? Clue is a very old game. It was Monopoly? Monopoly came out technically in 1904? What the fuck? That's crazy. The toy and game company Parker Brothers began marketing the modern version of Monopoly in 1935. Older versions of the game like Lizzie G, Maggie's Landlord's Game dates back to 1904. Clue was first published in England under the name Cluedo, as it's still called there, in 1949. I could have swore Clue was so much like later. Or earlier. Wow. Never knew that. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. All right, which came first? Football Super Bowl or baseball's World Series? Okay. I don't remember how many World Series there's been, but I know there's like 60 Super Bowls that's happened since it started. It's around like 60. I don't remember. Hello, hello. We are doing random online quizzes for fun. And we're doing a which came first, and they give us two options. We guess. Don't know sports stuff. It's kind of just what came first, and we're just guessing at this point. Baseball World Series. I mean, baseball's a more popular sport, and it came first. I mean, we've been playing baseball since literally like BC period, kind of. Football, I don't know if we have. Football's definitely been another long, long time. I want to say World Series. It was a World Series. Yeah. Oh, it was 1903. Oh, yeah. More than half a century prior to the first Super Bowl. I didn't realize World Series has been going on for nearly 100 plus years now. Damn. 121 years. Which came first, Superman or Spider-Man? Superman was one of the first comics, wasn't it? Yeah. Man of Tomorrow off comic shelves in 1938. Spider-Man would not get into the swing of things until 1962. Haha, swing of things. I get it. Haha, funny. But yeah, no, that sounds right. Superman was like one of the first like main heroes, superheroes. Which came first, the Rubik's Cube or the Magic 8 Ball? It has to be the 8 Ball, right? The Rubik's Cube is also very old. Ooh. Let me get a drink. Hold on. Oh, I'm dropping it. Yeah, oh, it's really, so I'm trying there's a group of drinks called Sparkling Ice. I think it's a Walmart drink. It's like zero sugar vitamin sparkling water. It's like a raspberry lemonade flavor. This is a lot better than I expected it to be. It's actually really damn good. Okay. Which came first? Rubik's Cube or Magic? It has to be Magic 8 Ball, right? It was Magic 8 Ball. Okay, yep. Released as a paperweight in 1946. Rubik's Cube was 1974. Yep, okay. I'm like, it has to be that, right? Which came first? The Hindenburg disaster or the Titanic sinking? Ooh, okay. Hindenburg started because wasn't that part of that was the blimp, right? That was like the first huge blimp, right? That was set on fire and crashed. Only like half of the people survived. Titanic was 19, I want to say 16, right? I want to say. I don't know. Titanic is around early 1910s. Yeah, that sounds about right. It was definitely early 1910, 1920s. Hindenburg was, I think, 1930. I want to say Titanic. It was Titanic. Oh, wow, I was nearly spot on. Titanic sank in 1912, and Hindenburg was 1937. I'm like, it was like 1930s, 40s was Hindenburg. Yeah, the airship. Yeah, because that's the airship where, I don't remember exactly what caused it, but that was the one where it just pretty much the entire thing was on fire. It got caught on fire, and somehow like a lot of people lived from it, surprisingly. Yeah, and then we haven't really made like another blimp or large airship since. It's kind of like the whole Chernobyl thing. We haven't done nuclear because everybody's afraid of Chernobyl. So no, that makes sense. Yeah, 1912. Yep, sounds right. Which came first, the Oscars and the Emmys? That's a very good question. I don't know. I don't know anything about like television and movies like that, or like award ceremonies. So I feel like it's the Emmys, right? That's the Oscars. Oscars was in 1929? Huh. Emmy first Emmy Award was given in 1949. Good to know. I don't know how I'll use this information, but good to know. Okay, which came first? Oh, this is a hard one. Okay, the Colosseum in Rome or the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt? Both of them are in BC. I want to say the Great Pyramid was 3000 BC. I think Colosseum was early 2000 BC. I am like 99.9% sure Egypt, because Egypt kind of like was one of the first real major like recorded, not major recorded, but like big civilizations next to like Rome, the Romans and the Greeks and that kind of area. Pretty sure Egypt was definitely a lot older. So I'm pretty sure it's Great Pyramid of Giza. And I was right. Oh, well, Colosseum was way later than I thought. Yeah. Great Pyramid was 2560 BC. I was 500 years off. Colosseum was about 2.5 million millennia later, about 70 CE. So it was, oh, wow. Colosseum was actually built after BC. Huh. Which came first, Star Trek or Star Wars? Pretty sure it was Star Wars. No, I lied. I don't know anything about Star Trek. I just know Star Wars is like 1970s. Star Trek first appeared as a television series on CBS in 1966. It's really that old? Huh. I'm learning a lot about television today. I always felt like Star Trek was like 1980s. It's really 1966, huh? Damn. First Star Wars film hit the big screens in 1977. Yep. Which came first, Beethoven or Bach? Wait, that's a hard question. Wait. Okay, I'm thinking of two different people. Never mind. I was thinking of what's the one name? Oh god, what's his name? The one artist, I think his name starts with an A. Arlieri? Something like that? Oh god. Because one of them was like the enemy of Beethoven. And he was like his rival. Salieri? Is it Salieri? Antonio Salieri. That's what it was. Yes. Okay. I don't know when Bach was born. I feel like Beethoven was first, because that was like late 1700s into the 1800s. Bach, I don't know. Bach's one of like the few artists that I like classical music, and you'd think I know, but I know more Beethoven much more than Bach. But I think it was Bach. Yeah, it was Bach. Wow, 1685. Yeah, he was 100 years before, pretty much. He had been dead for 20 years when Ludwig von Beethoven was born. Okay, that sounds right. Yeah. Which came first, the computer mouse or email? Wait, actually, what did come first? I actually don't know how old the computer mouse is compared to email, because email started what? 1990? 1980? Right? It was like, excuse me, when the first like actual computer started getting brought into homes, which was around the early 80s, 90s. How old is the computer mouse? I've never like learned that. I have no idea. I'm gonna say emails first, right? That was computer mouse. I wasn't sure. First prototype mouse, then called by a less catchy name, was created in 1964. The first email was sent in 1971. I didn't know how long we had mouses for. That's interesting. Which came first, the domestication of dogs or the domestication of horses? Okay, 100%. I'm like 99.9% sure it's dogs. We've had dogs as hunting partners for thousands of years. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. We are doing random game quizzes, or not game quizzes, but just random quizzes online, trivia-wise. So, in terms of domestication, I think dogs were before horses in this. Like, 15,000 years ago, much earlier than horses, which were tamed about 6,000 years ago, yeah. They wouldn't have went from horses to dogs. That's like entirely different, like, range, you know? From small animal to big-ass animal. It's like saying they tamed the elephant before the cat. Like, that doesn't make sense. They work up. Which came first, the state of California or the state of Arizona? I feel like it was California. Because California, wasn't that one of the earlier states? Like one of the first originating ones on the East Coast? California Shirley Gold Rush? Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Because wasn't Arizona a part of, let me see the map real quick. With states. Let me just say with states. Even though I can name like 50 of them. Because wasn't Arizona a part of New Mexico for a bit? Or like part of like California and Nevada, and then New Mexico was part of Texas or something like that? Like they were like squished together originally. It has to be California. It has to be. Yeah. And path to its statehood hastened by the gold rush was admitted to the United States in 1850. Arizona was the last of the lower 48 states joining the Union in 1912. Yeah, like Arizona was really late. That's what I remembered that Arizona was like one of the later ones to actually be considered like a state. California was one of the early ones. Which came first, Saturday Night Live or Sesame Street? It has to be Sesame Street, right? Yeah, okay. 1969, NBC Saturday Night debuted in 1975. Huh. That's why I always love like these trivia games, because like it's always interesting learning about new stuff like this, because I would have never known half of this. Which came first, the Suez Canal or the Panama Canal? It has to be Panama Canal. That one's such a bigger name than the Suez Canal. Wait, actually, isn't the Suez Canal the one that ship got stuck in like a year or two ago? 2021, yeah. 2021, the Suez Canal was blocked for 6 days by the Ever Given, a container ship that had run along the canal. I remember that, yeah. It was stuck for a year. Nearly a year. That's crazy. Oh no, it was 6 days. It was just this was a late report. Never mind. Yeah, 6 days. That sounds much more correct. It's about to say. Yeah, summer of 2021. I remember that because I remember seeing it on the news about that giant ship that was just stuck there, and how like people were like doom posting about how shipping was about to like jump in like 200% cost because of it or something like that. So Suez Canal is like an old canal. So maybe that's before Panama Canal. I'll try it. Yeah, it was 1869. Panama Canal opened 45 years later. Huh. Interesting. Which came first, Mario or Pac-Man? It's got to be Pac-Man, right? Because Pac-Man was in arcades before Mario was even a thing. Because that was like... Yeah, because Mario didn't come... Mario wasn't a thing until home consoles. Because Mario's first game was on the home console. Pac-Man wasn't. Pac-Man was an arcade game. Yeah, 1980. 1981. Oh, Donkey Kong. That's actually right. Technically, Mario was not called Mario. His name was Jumpman, and it was in the Donkey Kong arcade game. I completely forgot about that. It was a year difference, so it was actually pretty close. I forgot Donkey Kong was an arcade cabinet. Huh. Welcome on in, Trex. Welcome. We are doing random trivia quizzes. Thank you for liking the stream. Which came first, Julius Caesar or Alexander the Great? Wasn't Alexander the Great the first of like the main Roman, like, not kings per se, but like leaders. Yeah, it has to be Alexander. Yeah. Julius Caesar was way later. Yeah, that made sense. Alexander the Great's the one that tried to explore and find the end of the world, to say. The sea that gets cut off, supposedly, the flat earth. Yeah, 356 BC. Julius Caesar was born 100 BC. Yeah, no, that sounds right. Yeah. Which came first, the Toyota Prius or the Apple iPhone? Greek was before Roman. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. iPhone. It has to be iPhone, because Prius was like 2012, right? I'm not going to look up iPhone, but I'm pretty sure Prius was like 2012. Oh. Wait. Wait. Prius is an electric car, and that's more recent? Yeah. 1997. What's that? Oh, actually, yeah, because iPhone wasn't a smartphone at first, right? Oh, no, I lied. The first mass-produced hybrid vehicle, Toyota's Prius, was released worldwide in 2000. Apple's iPhone first debuted in 2007. Huh. It's probably because the title itself, iPhone, wasn't until 2007. Apple phone was probably older, which is probably what the confusion came in from. Yeah, Toyota was first. I didn't realize that Toyota was that old, the Prius. I thought like the mass like hybrid vehicle was like 2010-ish era. I didn't realize it was that old. Nearly 25 years. Yeah. Huh. Which came first? Major League Baseball desegregation or U.S. military desegregation? As stupid as it sounds, I'm pretty sure it was Major League Baseball. Because that's where it started getting popular. Yeah. As weird as it sounds. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. Yeah, it has to be baseball. Yeah. 1947. The following year, it started. Yeah. Because the first, like, of that kind, I'm not going to go too much into it because politics. That whole movement started from, like, baseball. Like, baseball was the first, like, biggest start to the whole movement. It was, like, one of the biggest, like, parts of the movement. So, now that makes sense. Guess 17 out of 22. Not bad. Not bad at all. And welcome on in. We are doing random trivia quizzes because why not? It's just fun. And it's something to do. Okay. Let's see. That's another good quiz that is playable for us. It's a little bit harder since, can't see images, so we have to go by written ones. But that's all right. Okay. Odd jobs, vocabulary. Are you smaller than a 1912 middle schooler? Oh, I'm going to get bodied by these questions. Let's go. I'm ready. Are you smarter than a 1912 middle schooler? All right. What is the third largest state in the United States? Remember, the year is 1912. Oh my God. Texas. Okay, so it's Arizona, Nevada, Montana, or California. Arizona technically wasn't a state yet. No, yeah, it was. Right? We literally just said this, and I already forgot. I think it has to be Nevada, right? It has to be Nevada. Yeah, it has to be Nevada. It was Montana? In 1912. Oh, it was third largest state. I'm stupid. 1912, Texas was the largest state, followed by California and the Montana. And then Montana. So Arizona or Nevada was fourth, technically. Huh. All right. I thought it was like the biggest one out of those. That's why I was like, why is Texas not here? And then when I read third biggest, I'm like, oh, duh, I'm stupid. Which part of the brain controls balance and equilibrium? That is the cerebrum. I am like 99% sure, as I'm third from the list. Yeah. That question confused me really bad. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. Okay, yeah. Which part of the brain controls balance and equilibrium? I'm pretty sure that's the cerebrum. It's not the brainstem. It's not the thalamus. It has cerebellum. I don't think that's it. It has to be cerebrum, right? It was Cerebellum. God damn it! I mixed the two up again. It's like nearly the same name, and I always get those two mixed up in the brain. Welcome on in. Hello. Thank you for liking the stream. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm not getting any of these. Okay, hold on. Yeah, no, I am bad. We're gonna move on. Okay. Let's see. Pop culture quiz. You can try a pop culture quiz. See how it works. It might be bad. We'll find out. Which TV show is credited with popularizing the verb self-destruct? I didn't know that was like a thing. I didn't know TV. So it says Mission Impossible, The X-Files, The Twilight Zone. They're all for multiple choice. Mission Impossible, The X-Files, The Twilight Zone, or The $6 Million Man. I want to say The Twilight Zone. I feel like that'd definitely be something in the range of The Twilight Zone. Mission Impossible is a movie, yeah, so I know that's not it. X-Files isn't really... I don't see where that would be. I've seen most of X-Files. So I think it has to be Twilight Zone. It was Mission Impossible. Wait. Mission Impossible was a TV show too? Huh. 1960s and 70s television show, Mission Impossible featured a tape recording containing sensitive information that typically ended with the statement, "This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds." Huh. Would have never guessed that in a million years. But now that I know like what scene they're referencing, I get what they're talking about. Means to give something that was once received as a gift. The gift was coined in what sitcom? The Office, Seinfeld, Cheers, or Roseanne. Is that from Inspector Gadget? I think they also did it in Inspector Gadget. I think it was something that was like pretty popular around that time. Inspector Gadget was what, 1980? Inspector Gadget. 1982. So yeah, they probably took it from the Mission Impossible series, probably. Wow, that was really 1982. Okay. Means I guess something isn't it's from that long ago? Yeah, apparently, yeah. The big movie of Inspector Gadget was 1999. But the actual like animation cartoon was 1982 supposedly. Check it one more time. Inspector Gadgets. Yeah, 1982 sci-fi, 5 seasons. 1983. It's still going on. Wow. Or maybe it was a comic maybe first? Yeah, films. The first film was Inspector Gadget 1999, which was the movie. Television series. Inspector Gadget 1983 to 1985. Yeah. Didn't realize it was that old. I loved that shit as a kid. I definitely was not around when it started, I'll tell you that. I'm not that old. God. Okay, meaning to give someone that was once received a gift, a re-gift, was coined in what sitcom? That sounds like a Seinfeld sketch. It was on TVs in the 90s. Yeah. That's probably why. Because, reruns and a lot of the late 90s, early 2000s, they like to replay a lot of the older shows that didn't get as much, that were popular back then. So I saw a lot of 80s shows when I was a kid, even though I wasn't born around that time. So, they have the specific channels for it, they had Boomerang, they had Cartoon Network later on, they had Nickelodeon later on. So they had their specific channels. I know there was one channel, I think it was Boomerang, where it's a lot of the older shows. So they probably had it on there, if I'm being honest. I want to say it was Seinfeld, by the way, for this other question, and I was right. It was a weird question. Okay. Appropriately coined in the sitcom Friends, the friend zone refers to... Wait, the friend zone was a part of Friends? That really is what... That started in Friends? Really? I didn't know that. A state of unrequited romantic interest. Yep. The bone zone? I don't know. What would... when did the term bone zone was come out? Let's just come out. That's not the correct term. First started. I'm not seeing when it started. The only thing I'm seeing is around related to like the bone zone is the polar opposite. It's getting stuck in the completely physical aspect of a relationship. So it's like the opposite. It's like a slang term. That's how it started. Oh, to have sexual intercourse with someone. Vulgar slang. That's literally just what it says in Merriam-Webster. So I guess that's how it kind of was. So it's pretty much the opposite of friend zone. I'm not seeing from where it actually started though. So, not what I thought it was then. Yeah, same here. I mean, it could be used in different ways. Like I know Bonezo could just be like a funny haha skeleton Halloween thing as well. Like it's even a stage of Vampire Survivors, I'm pretty sure. So like there's multiple meanings to it. It's just the main slang is not what it normally is known as now. Yeah. Which of these recurring Saturday Night Live characters has an entry in the Merriam-Webster dictionary? Debbie Downer. Yeah. Because it's an idiom, I think is the term. Yeah. Yeah, that was an easy one. Which of these words is based on the surname of a photographer in the 1960s? I'm an idiom? Oh, rude. I'm kidding. Which of these words is based on the surname of a photographer in the 1960s film La Dolce Vita? Okay, because it's literally there's I mean that as a phrase you aren't actually an idiom. I know, I know. It has to be paparazzi, right? Yeah, paparazzi is a famous term. That was very easy to figure out. Which of these insults often used against Elmer Fudd in Looney Tunes was originally the name of a biblical hunter? Ninny Hammer, that's not it. Schnook, not it. Doofus or Nimrod? It has to be Nimrod. Yeah. Now we're getting to the easy stuff that I know. And then this one comes out. Which cartoon embiggened viewers' vocabulary in 1996 by introducing the word embiggen? That sounds like a Simpsons skit, if I'm being honest. It was Simpsons. I'm like, it totally sounds like a Simpsons thing, and yeah, it was. I was like, what? It's no way it's South Park. It's not Family Guy. Like, it has to be a Simpsons thing. Mentioned with other fanciful animals, such as the it cooch, I don't know what the fuck that is, and the prue. Nerd was first used by what author? Shel Silverstein, Roald Dahl, Lewis Carroll, or Dr. Seuss? Has to be Lewis Carroll or Dr. Seuss. Like Dr. Seuss would have a book with nerd in the title. And I was right. Yeah, it was either between Lewis Carroll or Dr. Seuss. It was one of the two. And I assumed it was Dr. Seuss, and apparently that was it. So, okay. Which of these terms was popularized by a 1997 best-selling novel and 2000 film adaptation about a 1991 weather event? Perfect storm, a dry spell, on cloud nine, or tornado alley? It has to be tornado alley. Because tornado alley, because that was that one event that happened where there was like 4 or 5 tornadoes all within an area, and now that like Midwest, or not Midwest, like the middle area of the U.S. is called Tornado Alley because it's like the best area for tornadoes to actually appear. It was perfect storm. Perfect storm that hit American eastern seaboard in 1991 result of several rare meteorological events happening at the same time. Perfect storm is used outside the weather world to meet a critical or disastrous situation created by a powerful concurrence of factors. I never knew that. I thought it was Tornado Alley entirely. Wow. That's honestly insane to me. Which name has come to describe an excessively devoted fan following its use in an Eminem song? Stan. Next question. I didn't even have to read the answers. I knew what it was. Stan was used in an Eminem song, and that's been used for like someone who stands the group or stands a fandom or stands an anime. It's literally just everywhere now. I didn't realize it was actually from an Eminem song. That's kind of funny. Which of these phrases gained wide popularity following a Jack Nicholson movie in 2006? A Few Good Men, Anger Management, Bucket List, or As Good as It Gets? Jack Nicholson movie. Because I think Jack Nicholson, and if I'm correct, that's the person who. Wait, was that the person who. That's not who I thought it was. Never mind. Um, What's that anger management? I feel like that's right. It was bucket list. That was my second answer. God damn it. I didn't know it actually came from a film, but I guess it makes sense because it is kind of like a movie term before, it became popular. What animal became synonymous with fraudulent online profiles after a 2010 documentary? Weasel, bird dog, badger, or catfish? Catfish. Everybody knows what a catfish is. Everybody knows what that is. That is the easiest thing. Which nerdy term is taken from a character from the cartoon Felix the Cat? A bookworm, a geek, a Poindexter, or an egghead? Well, it's got to be geek or bookworm. And considering it's a cat-related thing, I'm going to assume it's a worm. So I'm going to say bookworm. It was Poindexter. I've never heard of that term ever. Like, at all. Dicked on a white lab coat, thick glasses, and a mortarboard. So boy genius in the 1959-1960 series. I've never heard of that term before. Wow. That was from Dexter's Lab? I thought that's kind of where that started too, if I'm being honest. Aspiring, a phrase that describes a marked decline in quality. Fonzie performed which stunt on Happy Dogs? Wait. Inspiring a phrase that describes a marked decline in quality. Wrestling a bear, catching a bullet in his teeth, jumping over a shark, or taming lions using a chair. I haven't heard of any of these phrases. Obviously, I know catching a bullet in his teeth. That's like a famous magic stunt. Is it the lion chair? Wrestling a bear. The other one's just, a lot of these don't make sense. So I'll go with yours, because honestly, better than what I got. Jumping over a shark. Okay. During the 5th season of Happy Days, Waterski jumped over a shark enclosure in the ocean while wearing swim trunks and his famous leather jacket. Though the show would have 6 more seasons, critics often cite this outlandish event as a point when the show's quality declined, giving rise to the phrase "jump the shark." I've never heard of that before. Which term for online annoyance? Oh my god, I can't speak. What term for an online annoyance was taken from chanting Vikings on the British comedy show Monty Python's Flying Circus? Online annoyance. I'm going to assume fishing. It's spam, phishing, captcha, or Trojan horse. Not Trojan horse, because that's literally an event that happened in history. Spam? Oh, it could be spam. It could be. Online annoyance. Chanting Vikings. I can see this chanting spam more than anything else in this list. So honestly, yeah. And a diner chant spam, which whenever the Cammy is mentioned by a waitress. Okay, yeah, that was right. All right, last question. The title of a 1933 Jean Harlow film gave what term its physically attractive meaning? Stunner, dreamboat, knockout, bombshell. It's between bombshell or stunner, probably. I didn't know it was actually a title of a film. Bombshell, I think it's stunner, right? Is it knockout? Knocked it out of the park, your knockout. No, that kind of makes sense. I know the term. All these are correct terms. It's just, what is the film? Probably a boxing movie. That's also possible as well. But bombshell is also possible as well, because it was during World War II. So it could also be a part of the whole World War II kind of thing. So I'm kind of between knockout and bombshell right now. I kind of want to say it's bombshell, because I've heard that term a little bit more. I'm going to go bombshell, see what happens. Yeah, it was bombshell. Yeah. Harlow's term in the film Bombshell earned her nickname the Blonde Bombshell and helped make Bombshell work for exceptional beauty. Yep. A political scandal. Yeah, bombshell was originally used to describe literal explosives and eventually that which was devastating metaphorically, a political scandal or instance. Yeah, it was bombshell. 11 out of 16. Not bad. Okay, so I don't want to do any more, because if we start any more, it's going to be like way over time. So one thing I will say is, one thing we definitely need to do, there's a lot of, so now we're into like the ending portion of the stream. So thank you all for joining in, first of all. I very appreciate it. Hopefully you all had fun as well. I'm definitely gonna do this another day because I mean, there you can literally get quizzes anywhere, so we can easily repeat this if it's fun. Next stream will be Wednesday at 2 p.m. PDT. Hold on to Twitter. To Twitter away. Wednesday at 2 p.m. Typing ASMR true. Oh, I should not have done that. I opened up like 3 different Twitter menus. Okay, yeah. So 2 p.m. PDT, which is Wednesday. So Wednesday, one thing I need to do, which is I kind of like can't figure it out, is there's a bunch of tags that I need to figure out, whether it's like a meme tag or finally deciding on a what's the term? Fan name. High rollers is still the top one. But I still have been like I want to like find a couple more and then like not do a I mean I could do a poll. But we can also figure that out, a couple of tags. Because I don't have much right now, still a work in progress, and my brain is burnt and I can't think of anything else. So I'm kind of going to spend a little bit of tomorrow, my day off, figuring stuff out, try to get a bunch of lists, and if I can't figure out anymore, just talk about it on Wednesday. So definitely the variety portion is going to be a bunch of stuff, which is Wednesday the 7th. Right now for me, it's Monday the 5th, so tomorrow. So yeah, and then the maybe karaoke, it just literally depends if I feel like it or not. I don't know yet. Wednesday is kind of just an up in the air. I'm not sure. I definitely know. I know the Ina reference. Yes. I honestly, I could totally have that as like a soundbite somewhere probably. But anyways, that was a good impression. Thank you. I appreciate it. I tried. But yeah, so Wednesday is kind of just up in the air. It's probably going to be a figuring out a bunch of little stuff, figuring out some plans for later, and then maybe a game or two. Because I definitely want to try the Family Feud idea before Friday, so I want to make sure it's actually going to work. It just honestly depends. Thursday, as I was saying, is going to be like I haven't figured out like how I'm going to do the Reddit stuff yet. We'll figure it out. I think it's going to be like a story time kind of thing, but it's just like thriller stories or horror stories. We could talk about that on stream. And that's the late night stream, so that's why I decided that was a good day. But yeah, for Wednesday, the next stream, pretty much up in the air. We'll see what happens. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully you all had a good time. And see you all next time. See you later. Have a good night or day, depending on where you are. See you later. Toodles, sayonara. Bye-bye.